How are we doing, folks? Welcome back to the Nightmare Cabin. I've got another album review for you, and we are going to be discussing tonight the new album from Queensryche. And I forgot what this is called. Digital Noise Alliance. There you go. Bloody useless. This is still fresh in my mind, really. I've been listening to it off and on the week. This week, I've had quite a few albums turn up. Generally speaking, I hear of an album, I'll see if it's on Amazon, and I pre-order it and then forget all about it. But yeah, I've got 3 albums to review over the next couple of days. 4 if I get time. There's one album that I've had quite a few months and I keep meaning to review it and I keep forgetting. So hopefully I'll do that in the week as well. But anywho, right now, Queensryche. Must admit, the first time I listened to it, which is probably a week ago now, thinking of it, I've had it longer than I thought. The first listen, I thought, this ain't all that, is it? And but it's grown on me. It's and I've looked at a couple of reviews just to see, you know, where I sit in it all. And a lot of people have said this is a grower. This doesn't come out of the gates straight in. It does take a few listens for stuff to sneak up on you, certain melodies and choruses and whatnot. And excuse me, there's a lot going on in the background as well. There's a lot of riffs. Sorry, before that goes out. There's a few heavy parts in this as well. There's like certain songs like the closing track, Tormentum, which we'll come to later, or Nocturnal Light, Sick Death. I think Out of the Black, it might be Realms. I'm getting the songs muddled up in my head now. But there's just a riff here and there, maybe like in the middle of the song, where it's not like they're down-tuned or, you know, they've got all crunchy or heavy or anything. But there's a few bits here and there where you sort of, yeah, where did that come from, you know? And yeah, certain songs it doesn't hit you the first time, but you will find yourself singing choruses to yourself as the day goes on. So songs like the opening track, In Extremis, you'll be sitting there going, dun, 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 you know, stuff like that. But yeah, I've got to admit, I was getting a bit. Let's go back a little bit to the self-titled album. It's basically all hats off to Todd La Torre, right, really, because that guy did resurrect a dying band. And you can sit there, you know, if you prefer Jeff Tate, good luck, you know, I prefer Jeff Tate. I love Jeff Tate. But the fact of the matter is, that band was chucking out crap albums for a good decade. I mean, let's go through the back catalogue quickly, shall we? I mean, you ask any Queensryche fan their top 5 albums, and none of them, not a single one, I'll bet a month's wages on it, is going to sit there and say that they're even going to mention the last 5 albums that they did with Jeff. I would have said anything from, I'd say from Tribe onwards. Operation Mindcrime 2, what a shower of shit that was. American Soldier, Dedicated to Chaos. I mean, that was the final straw for me. I mean, I even saw Queensryche at a festival, and I walked off like 3 songs in. I was bored, and they opened with 2 songs off that album, and yeah, they were done. They were absolutely done. And I weren't even that bothered, because you had the split, didn't you? Where you had 2 Queensryche. You got 2 Queensryche albums that year. And what year was that? So 2013. Bloody hell, time flying. And I remember at the time, I was doing a lot of live reviews at the time. I was taking photos at gigs and stuff like that. I was one of those annoying little ones you get at the front during the first couple of songs splashing away. And I even had, to this day, I could have gone and seen Queensryche with Todd, and they're like, no, the new singer's really good, and I was just like, yeah, I don't really care, I'm done with Queensryche, like an idiot. And yeah, they did the right thing. I mean, the whole changing a singer, I think Queensryche have pretty much nailed it. You know, where it wouldn't quite, it hasn't quite worked out. You can get into the debates of the merits of the singers, but let's say, for example, Gary Cherone when he was in Van Halen, Blaze Bayley with Iron Maiden, and Tim Owens, say, with Judas Priest. What Queensryche did is that they got a new singer and then went straight out on tour, and they only did songs from the Golden Age. So they only did songs from up to Empire, and they were opening with Queen of the Rhine, stuff like that. Right, and yeah, the energy was there. Anyway, so after reading a couple of good reviews, I checked this out, and I was listening to this album non-stop this year. Everything, it was just so infectious. Every little song, it was like, oh, that's quite an interesting one. I'll listen to that again. And then I think it was In This Light, Redemption, and Vindication was they were my favourite three. And then I like the album more and more, like either side of those three songs. And yeah, totally reinvigorated. They sound just refreshed and rejuvenated on that album. They've got their teeth back. And yeah, it was the perfect album. And like I say, I quite liked the Operation Mindcrime, because Jeff Tate started doing albums under Operation Mindcrime. I've seen him twice. I saw him do Operation Mindcrime in full, and then I saw him this year doing Rage of Order and Empire in full, and I'm loving them shows. I'm hoping he does. Yeah, I think he's gonna do Promised Land next. But I'd love it if he did the first album and the EP as well at some time. But yeah, I helped crowdfund the second album, Condition Human. Got a signed edition. Basically picks up where this one leaves off. Yeah, great follow up. And then the next album, The Verdict. Scott. Oh God, his name escapes me. Bear with me one moment. Scott. Oh, I should know this. This is embarrassing. Rockenfield. Yeah. Scott Rockenfield leaves the band. So not only on this album, Todd does the drumming. So not only did he replace one of the greatest singers in rock stroke metal, he then goes and replaces one of the greatest drummers. And Scott Rockenfield is a beast behind the kit. And yeah, so this guy just, keeps knocking it out of the park. Now, this is a good album actually, and I'll just be honest though, I listened to it a lot at the time. I think enough to review it, and then I haven't really listened to it since. I'll have to give it another spin. But I don't remember there being anything wrong with it. But, sorry. Has it gone out? No. There you go. Right, where was I? So, yeah, for some reason I thought, are we getting a bit long in the tooth here? Are we, now Scott's gone, there's only really two original members left, or two from there's only two members now that are on Operation Mindcrime. And, yeah, it seems like Todd's carrying it now. And he had done a solo album at the time. I've still not got round to checking that album out, actually, but I've heard good stuff about it. And I was just thinking, are we getting a bit autopilot? Are we just going to get another Queensryche album for this, that's solid enough but isn't really moving forward? But no. This is awesome. This is really growing on me. And the winning streak continues, let's just say. You've got a 4-album run here where, there is fresh blood in the veins of Queensryche. This is a 4-album run, and if this is anything to go by, long may it continue. And they've actually got a new drummer on this album. So although Todd did the drums on The Verdict, the guy that they got in to do the tour for that album has now joined the band full time, and he is on this album. I'm just going to look up the guy's name quickly. I did have it a second ago, but I went back. Casey Grillo. Yeah. And, yeah. Solid enough. weren't any moments really where I'm hearing him or anything like that. But he serves the song, and I let people that are, you know, maybe actual drummers will have a thing or two to say rather than me. But no, he holds things up nicely. Yeah, In Extremis is a good Queensryche album opener. Nice soaring chorus, good little hooks. Chapters is a nice little follow up for that, and yeah, Sick Death is quite a heavy number, if I remember correctly. Nocturnal Light is a standout for me. What I've always loved about Queensryche is when they're in their dark, dystopian, futuristic mode, and Nocturnal Light really conjures that up. That's a really dark, atmospheric track. I really like that one. Forest is a nice acoustic, ballady, nice, beautiful little song, kind of in the vein of Silent Lucidity. It's not a rip-off of it or anything like that, but it's in that vein. You get what the drill there. And but yeah, I've got to say, Tormentum, the album closer, is awesome. And I would throw a curveball in if I was in the band, and I would open the live set for that, really throw people off. Or maybe open with a song that's quite well known. So maybe, I don't know, something off of, you know, like I mentioned earlier, Queen of the Right. That would be good, actually. Queen of the Right. Yeah, go with that live thing. Come out something nice and familiar, and then bang into, that would be a good little curveball as well. But yeah, I would open with that track, definitely. That's a really good, epic closer. And yeah, all rounds, Queensryche have still got it. The winning streak continues. If you were starting to think, if you're interested in starting to wane a little bit, don't worry. Stay on board. There's still, you know, we're still rocking as far as Queensryche. There's no need for a reunion. Don't even go there. I know I think the money's on the table for that one, but there's no need. There's really no need, unless they really fucking wanted to. But in terms of quality of the music, not necessary at all. So yeah, I'm loving the new era of Queensryche, and God knows we needed it. And anyone that's talking about, you know, the reunion, just go and put your copy of Dedicated to Chaos on, and then have a word with yourself. So yeah, Todd Latari, you're smashing it, mate. Well done. And pretty much it, really. It's worth listening to, and it is a grower. So stick with it if you've listened to it once and sort of, no, stick with it. You'll like it by the end of the week, guarantee it. So, as always, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. If this is your first viewing, welcome aboard. Go back and have a look through some other videos. And yeah, I've got a few more to do this week, so I'll catch up with you soon. Take care, God bless. See you all soon. Thanks for watching. I've got to finish my cigar now.